going to do a 10-minute Psoas class, around about 10 minutes, that you can do every day if you don't have time to do anything else. So we'll just start with grabbing the ankles and just take our knee to the floor. So just roll onto the inside of the knee. Don't let this one drift off sideways. Okay, just take your knee down as far as you can. But if we let that knee drift off sideways, then we're losing the twist in the pelvis. Coming up, let's take the other one down. So we're trying, you don't have to keep the hips level, but we're trying just to a little bit, and then back. And right one again, and up, and again, next one. Just go as far as you can. You might not get anywhere near the floor, come up. So you might only get to here or just there. That's okay, as long as you're getting a stretch in your thigh. We don't want sharp pains in the knee though. Coming up, and again, other one goes down and up. All right, so we'll just lift the bum. So grab the ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, because it's more important to have your heels on the floor and your neck long. If you're holding your ankles and your chin's up or your heels are lifting, then there's really no point. So it's better just have your palms pressing into the floor. But do make sure your feet are as wide as your body. You're not trying to get them under your bum somewhere. They're actually beside you. All right, big breath in, lift up high as you can, and flatten into the floor. Let's just do 8 of those. Exhale up. 1, press your heels down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the next one. Up there, press high, press high. So stay up, big breath in. Squeeze the knees towards each other and then pull the knees apart. Squeeze the knees in and pull the knees apart. Squeeze the knees in, pull the knees apart. One more time, squeeze in, pull the knees apart, and then come all the way back and to the floor. Okay, good. So this would be a little bit easy now. We'll take one knee down and up, and the other knee down and up, and again push down and up, and again the other one, and then up. Good, all right. So we'll just work with one side of the body and then the other side of the body. So it's just sort of a little warm-up. So take one leg out straight and grab this ankle. Okay, this one's going to be locked out with the toes, pull back, which will help stabilise the pelvis in a moment. We'll just take this hand over the head. Chin down, take your knee in and down. So again, doesn't matter if it only comes to here or here. If you can get it to the floor, fabulous. If not, just to where you can. Coming up. Exhale again, down. And coming up. And exhale again, push into the floor. And coming up. One more time. Press in, press down. Good, let's keep it there. So just feel where you can get to. Okay, hold it. Keep your knee pushing down. Now try and pull, just with your muscles in your belly, pull the lower back flatter. Pull the back of this right waist down. Well, don't let the knee lift, because we're trying to increase the stretch by pulling this down. So we're just pulling the back and the waist down as much as we can without the knee coming up. Good, and then let's go. So we're going to keep working on this side of the body. Let's bring the feet up so knees and ankles are together. Hands in close behind the head. We'll just drop that knee down. So let's bring this heel up so we're on the ball of the foot here. We're just going to relax the shoulders, breathe in, and then lift the belly diagonally up. But your only reason we're lifting is because this knee is pushing down. Breathe in, come to the floor. Exhale up, push the knee down. So as we push the knee down, we lift the bum. We're pushing so strongly on this knee on the floor that if we had to lift this foot off the floor, we could and we'd still stay up. Don't try and do that, doesn't matter. But just imagine that's how strong you're working with this knee on the floor. Breathe in, come down. We've got 1 to go. Exhale up, push the knee down. So the harder you push the knee down, you'll feel it in the side of the leg and the bum, but also up into the back of the waist. And then come all the way down. Okay, good. So let's then come back to this position. So we'll see if we've made an improvement. Hand over head, chin down, and take your knee down. And then come up and take it down. And then come up and we'll hold it down and just notice it's a little bit easier than it was just before. So we've just worked a little bit of releasing, sort of where the muscle begins in the back, in the lumbar spine here. All right, so let that go. Just feel the openness in the front of the body. Just feel maybe there's an openness through that side of the body. It feels longer and flatter. The back might feel a bit congested, okay? So in order to open the psoas muscle, okay, which starts off in the lumbar spine, goes through your pelvis and grabs onto your thigh bone. So in order to lengthen it, and when we lengthen it, it'll get rid of your back pain. But while we're doing it, it actually compacts the back, so we might need to stretch it out, which we'll do. So pull this knee into the chest, lock out the other leg, hold over the toes onto the padding of the foot. So we want soft toes curled into the palm, hand on thigh, and then take the leg up. Pull your chin down, push the heel away, creating length from the crown of the head through the heel on the floor. And just keep lengthening through your fingertips. Doesn't matter if your knees bent, doesn't matter if the thigh is sitting on your chest and the knees like this, that's okay. Just get it as straight as you can today. We want soft toes though, so curl the toes soft in the palm. Don't hold the toes because it makes the bottom of the foot rigid, which makes the back of the leg rigid. Better to bend your knees a little bit more, soften the toes, and then we have a soft back of leg. Then maybe we can make the leg a bit straighter, level the pelvis up a bit, and then let the leg go. And we'll just bring that to the floor and release, let go. So just breathe, relax. So feel quite different probably from right to left in the body, okay? So we'll have a go at the other side. So let's grab the ankle, toes back on straight leg, arm overhead, and just take your knee in and down. Notice how far you can go. And then back up. And exhale, going down. And back up. And we'll hold the next one down, keep the knee down as low as we can get it to go, and just work on seeing how far we are. So there's usually an imbalance from right side to left side. And notice that one side's easy, one side's probably more difficult. They might be even, but it's rare. Okay, try and flatten your back into the floor as you keep your knee pushing down. Now, if there's any sharp pain in your knee, we don't want to keep pushing the knee down. Okay, we want to maybe back the knee up a bit, pull the lower back down twice as hard. Okay, and then let's come up. Okay, so we're going to do that little thing where we squeeze into the back. So bring both feet up, hands behind your head, drop the left knee down and lift the left heel up. All right, so breathe in, relax your shoulders. We're not using the shoulders. Push on the knee that's on the floor, lift the belly diagonally up. Make sure this knee stays pointing straight up above the ankle it belongs to. It's the hips that are pushing over. And breathing down. Exhale up, relax your shoulders, push the knee down. Remember, if we had to lift this left foot off the right foot off the floor, we could. And breathe in, come down. Exhale up, so the knee on the floor is doing all the work. The other foot is just there for more height, that's it. And breathe in, down. We'll do one more. Exhale up we go. Push the knee down, push the knee down. And then come all the way down. So let's go back to retest. So we'll just take our knee in and down, toes back on this leg to stabilize the pelvis. Coming up, push the knee in and down. Coming up. And one more time, press it in, open the thigh, hold it down there, keep pulling on your ankle. Just try and pull the back of your waist down a little bit more if you can, flattening in. And then release and let go. So just let all that settle. Hands just beside you, palms up, mind in the belly, just letting it settle for a moment. Feeling that openness through the front. There might be a bit of contraction or a little congestion in the waist. So we'll pull that knee into the chest, squeeze it in, walk out your leg on the floor, and we'll hold over the toes on the padding of the foot. You can pop your knee to the outside of your arm if you like. If you can't reach, then grab a rope and put the rope over the ball of the foot or under the toes, and then take the leg up. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter if we have a bend in the knee, lengthen through this arm here, pull the chin down, create length from the crown of your head through the heel on the floor. Level up the pelvis. Keep the breath moving in your belly. Maybe we can get the leg in the air straight and maybe pull the hip away from the armpit on that side of your body that we're holding. So in order to grab the foot, we tend to hitch the hip up. So try and pull the hip down and away. Lengthen these fingertips strongly so there's no bend in the elbow. Push through the heel on the floor. The leg on the floor and this arm is more important than how straight this leg is. One more breath. Pushing out a little more. And then letting that go. Good. So just let that settle again, relaxing, hands beside you. Feel that length through the front and through the back of the body as well now. So we've got some blood. You might even feel energy in the pelvis now. So we've got blood flow able to move through the back of the pelvis, through the actual pelvis. So just a short little one to help us get some energy flow. If you've got no time at all, this is the only thing you can do. This is the one to have a go at. Okay, and we'll just bring our feet up close to the bum with the knees and the ankles together. Hands interlaced behind the head. Just take your knees to the right, coming up, knees to the left. Squeeze your knees together strongly, like they're glued together. 6 to go. 1, other foot comes off the floor. 2, flat on the floor in the middle. 3, flat feet in the middle. 4, 5, and 6. Good. And just pull the knees into the chest. And rock up, and as simple as that. So we'll get the energy flowing, little bit of opening through the front of the thigh, through the hip flexors, and getting some energy and release in the back of the body as well. So if we try that every day, you'll notice much more improvement.